All right, folks, and we're back. Before we left, I was talking with Tyson about his concealed carry. So lay it on me, man. What do you carry when you carrying most of the
time? For me, because I'm always most of the time in suits and really dressed real dapper, and I'm not like anybody these guys. I'm a 32 waist, so I usually wear my size.
Gotcha.
So for me, I like the Glock 19 and the 43. And I also love the slimness of the 1911s.
Gotcha. So you can carry a Glock 19 in a suit?
Yeah, I carry a Glock 19 in a suit. And,
where?
And no one can tell. Yeah, and then also, I got a Nighthawk 1911 that fits real nice too.
Oh,
and
man.
then my 5.7 FNH also.
So you'll carry that. Okay. So that's
because it's nice and light.
So it's either Glock 19 FNH. Your Black Hawk, the white Nighthawk. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I'm still trying to figure out. So when you're carrying that 19, where on your person? You at the 3 o'clock. You're at appendix. Where you carrying?
I'm pretty much at sometimes at 3 o'clock, depending if I'm wearing a jacket or something, or if it's just a t-shirt, it's right there in the front.
In the front. Okay.
Yeah.
So favorite caliber? Handgun wise. Yeah.
45.
45. Why the 45?
The stopping power. You know what I mean? And it's one shot, one kill. You know?
I think that's overstated. It's overstated.
I had a lot of special forces guys come back with my friends and tell me that they went in with the Beretta 9mm at first, and then they realized that they had to spend more shots with the 9 than they did with the 45. They were like, every time they used the 45, it was one shot, one done.
It's crazy.
And it was like, all right, and then they recommended to me the H&K variant in the 45.
The HK 45.
That's the one I also is another carrier of mine too.
Okay. See, because it's weird. It's crazy how when you start talking about this caliber debate, it's many different opinions. Because I got a couple of guys who I know who special forces, all that, and then they're like, he's like 9, you're good. It's like yeah. And then for me, I always look at it from a standpoint of, I just want to be able to keep dumping rounds in your direction as long as possible. And usually with the 9, you get a lot more rounds than you would with the 45. So that's kind of my thought process.
That's why I also own a 9mm as well. But just that all the older vets that come back from World War I, World War II always just say, man, the 1911 is a man gun. Because when you run out of bullets, you just throw the gun at them. It's so damn heavy. So
I'm not gonna lie.
I got this old guy I work out at the gym with, and he's like, "Don't you get one of them little small guns? You get that 1911 that you got." And I said, "Yes, sir, I do have it." So, yeah.
Man, it's funny because when I run into people who know what I do, and then they ask me what I carry, and I tell them the caliber, you can see it in their eyes, they judging me a little bit, and I don't like that. Don't do that. If you ask me what caliber I carry, I'll tell you it's a 9. Don't look at me like that.
No, I got you.
Yeah, man. So, do you have a favorite gun of all times? Like just the one gun at the end of the day, you always remember it. It's your absolute favorite gun.
I have to say it's my Nighthawk 1911.
Why is that?
It feels good in my hand. And it's so reliable, never jams. And then the second to that, I'd have to say my Glock 19.
19.
They're fighting. They're fighting because. And then when you have so many of them, now you just say, man, I'm going to match them to my Jordans, or I'm going to match them to my outfit. It's just silly, I mean, we can sit here and laugh about it, but some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're talking about that.
I mean, think about it. But you made a good point, though. At the end of the day, when you have all of your bases covered, it's kind of like, I look at it as like being in school. When I was in school and I was in law school, you went and you studied like crazy. And you did all the preparation, and then you took your test, and then after the test, you already did what you were supposed to do. So now you can go party.
For sure.
Same concept.
And I believe in that. Yeah.
You have
to.
You have your training down. You clearly train. You know what you're talking about. You have the knowledge down, and you're doing it responsibly. So at a certain point, you have all the bases that are covered. I don't know why people try to make it seem like it's so crazy that now I'm looking at it from a more superficial level, where I'm like, okay, I think I might carry this one because this is how I'm feeling right now, or because this one goes with what I'm wearing. Do you open carry at all? If you ever got a chance?
I mean, that's what I love about Texas. I would love to come down there and open carry. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just, to me, like I've seen guys being in Texas. I've seen guys slung have their AR-15 slung over their shoulder and their magazine in their side pocket, and I'm just like, wow, that's, you know, and then it makes you feel like, damn, I'm proud to be American. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not mad at that. The only thing that sucks, man, about that, at least in Texas, we can open carry, but then there's so many places and establishments that put up signs that basically say you can't carry in here. I started noticing that when I was there. Exactly, and that's the only thing that sucks about it.
At one point, you could carry it into the Starbucks and gas stations,
and then now they it's kind of, so that you know, kind of give and take, I guess. So, do you have a gun? What's your most valuable gun from a sentimental perspective? Not that it's the best, but it just has a sentimental value to it that can't be quantified in like physical terms.
I don't have one right now. I used to have one, but I don't have one right now. But I recently purchased this spring my SIG. What was it? My SIG MPX. 9mm. And it's just so reliable, so accurate. Like a lot of times you'll see me posting that on my Instagram where I'm just shooting the metal. Yeah, and it just. Man, the thing is so accurate.
Yeah,
I remember on it.
I was saying to myself, I was like, he jocking this MPX right now.
Yeah, I really am. I really am, because again, that's also considered a pistol in Florida.
Gotcha.
And I put it in the book bag, put it on my back and carry it with me, or it's on the front seat in the car with me, in the Jeep, whatever. But people get in the car and they're like, where are you going with that? And then they look at it and they're like, girls are always like, wow, that's sexy, daddy. And I'm like, hey. I was like, hey, give me that. Don't you touch that.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah, don't just sit there. Don't touch it. It's in the car.
I mean, it's so reliable, easy to clean, and such fun to shoot. And for a beginning shooter, they when I bring them to the range and they try it, they just fall in love with it.
You know? That's a good point. I think a lot of people should begin, like, especially when you start getting people transitioning into the rifles. I think having them shoot something like the SIG MPX, that is, because you're right. There's something about that gun that I even personally like quite a bit. The only problem is I have mine is literally in pistol configuration. I don't even have a brace on it. So because I wanted to SBR it and then just put a stock on it and call it a day. But you're right. I think for first time shooters, I remember I took a group of people out there and they shot an MP5 full auto for the first time, and they walked away like, because it's so easy to shoot.
Yeah, and it's so accurate.
Absolutely, and it's fast as as fast as all get out.
Oh my God, it's so much fast. It's so fast.
So, would you consider yourself a pistol guy, rifle guy, or shotgun guy? Like, if somebody was like, "What type of shooter are you?"
Loud M3 going by. I like them all, man. I got a Mossberg semi that I love, and a pistol grip Mossberg, and then. I love my ARs and I love my pistols as well. So I can't pick, but whenever new gun people come to me and say, Ty, you got a lot of stuff. What should I buy? I say always, you get a shotgun, get an AR-15, and then get a nice handgun. I think that, for somebody starting out, that's all you need. That's the if the stuff hit the ceiling, That's the thing that you need. You need those three essential ones because. And then trying to find them in the right millimeter. 5.56 is easy to find, and 12 gauge, and also 9mm and 45 and 40 cal. Easy to find stuff. So it's not like you're running around looking for crazy
ammo. that you can never find. Right?
So we do stockpile a 5.7 because that's not always easy to find. So.
No, I remember I carried the 5.7 for a very, 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 very short period of time. And I'm not gonna lie,
that's also something nice with no recoil.
Exactly, as well, so. And then you got literally 20 rounds right there.
Yes, exactly.
Right there, 20 rounds. Now, we can go all the day about whether or not it has a stopping power that you need. But like I said, I'm all about having as many rounds going in that direction as long as possible. But we're gonna take a quick break one more time, and then when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. And we got to talk about the very controversial subject of the AK versus the AR.
That's right.